Hi, I'm Binet, and I am an author, consultant, and also an academic professor, and I work in the area of advertising effectiveness. So today I've been with Dentsu and Lumen and Carrot talking about this project called the Brand Reset Project. Well, this is a very interesting project. What they've done is they've looked at how people pay attention to various forms of video advertising. They've looked at the effect of attention on brand metrics, and then they've linked that to shifts in brand metrics and how they predict short and long-term sales effects. So what you're able to do with this research is effectively look at the effects of an exposure to a video ad in all the different formats and predict what the short and long-term effects are on sales. Well, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. It teaches you about how much attention you need to get a given sales effect, whether voluntary or forced attention is better. It teaches you a little bit about the importance of audio and how the formats differ from one another, because not all video formats are equal. Some are more effective than others. Yeah, well, one of the things I loved in this research is it showed that voluntary attention is about twice as effective as forced attention. So if you can draw people in and get them to watch an ad voluntarily, then you can get double the sales effect. And that's a powerful argument for doing creative work that is interesting, that gets people's attention, that they enjoy watching and that they want to keep watching, rather than just spamming people. Well, I mean, I'm not sure how much I can talk about all of the different formats, but what it does show is that linear TV still has an important place in the hierarchy. There are other media as well, which come out very interestingly. But to get the full picture, you've got to take this data and look at reach and exposure and cost, and then plan for attention and plan for attentive reach. Yes, I think so, definitely. And there are different ways of doing it. So one can plan to draw people in and get voluntary attention and get people really kind of immersing themselves in an ad. One can also plan for lots of littles approach, and lots of little short exposures which remind people about the brand. And I suspect there's room for both in any media plan. I do and I don't. I think brands will always be powerful and have value. I'm not sure that brand owners are currently managing them well enough. I was very shocked to see the statistic this week that was published in the Grocer, showing that an own label has now overtaken brands for the first time in history in the UK. And that's true in a number of other countries as well. And to me, that suggests that in the UK at least, brand owners are not managing them well enough. Well, I'm a big fan of AI. I have an ongoing relationship with chatters, as I call him. I think it's really powerful for research. It's effectively like having a team of researchers working with you. Maybe in the advertising world, we've become a little fixated about AI as a creative tool, and that's obviously interesting, but its ability to do research is amazing. I think that's going to mean better strategies, better media plans, better budgeting, and so forth, and those things are really important. And the other thing is it does potentially have the ability to either reduce production costs or improve production quality. on a manageable budget. And I'd hope that there are going to be some people who do that. I'd like to see AI being used to raise the creative ceiling rather than lowering the floor. But I suspect we'll see both. Clever people will use AI to make themselves cleverer and more creative. Dumb people will use AI to do dumb shit at lower cost. No, not mine. Maybe yours.